Hey everybody, happy weekend. It is September the 8th and I am officially 50, which means it's getting real. It's almost time for the PCT. April, coming around, what, 7 months? It's just crazy to think of it that way. So I have some updates and I also have the giveaway to do today. First update, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about Thermarest and their wonderful, not so wonderful customer service. And compare it to Big Agnes, who is just awesome. We'll start with Thermarest. I won't go through all the details, so you can watch the previous videos to see what the problem was. But basically, I finally got a hold of somebody, I sent it in, didn't hear anything from them. And I had a tracking number, and I could tell if they got or received it. So I did contact the one person that emailed me back and said, hey, you should have got that like about a week ago, any news? And they're like, oh yeah, he verified they received it and that they were looking at it. And then I got notification this week about them shipping it back to me, but nothing else. And I'm like, well, what was wrong with it? So again, I had to contact this guy and say, hey, I noticed you guys are shipping it back. What was the issue? And he's like, oh, they looked at it, they did all these tests on it, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, but it deflates every 3 hours. There's nothing wrong with it apparently. So I'm like, okay, wonderful. So suffice it to say that I will be buying or getting a hold of the Big Agnes Axle Air Insulated, because clearly the Thermarest is not going to work if it's working as intended. I'll keep it as a backup just in case something goes wrong with the Axle Air, but I'm actually reaching out to Big Agnes to see if I can get a sponsorship for it, because it's so blasted expensive. I mean, I would get the regular wide, and if you look that up online, it's very pricey and I can't afford that. So I do ask for sponsorships from people. I've never gotten any sponsorships, but I only ask it of companies that I know I like their product, because I don't want to support a product that I don't like. It's hard for me to do that. So here's to hoping they sponsor me, and if they don't, then I'm hoping for a sale around the holidays to get a hold of it and then test it out, because I'm not going to go on the trail from the get-go with the Neo Air. Just not going to happen. It's a shoddy product, and I mean, hey, when it works, it works. It's very comfortable, but if it doesn't hold its air. So, I mean, but I had to keep asking and prodding these people for them to get back to me. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that. So their customer service is absolutely terrible. Big Agnes, on the other hand, if you saw an earlier video, was talking about the shock cords within my poles being broken or problematic. And I sent in my poles to them, and I just got those back about a week ago. And same poles, but they replaced all the shock cord in them at no cost for me. They just adhere. And I tested them, and it's like they're brand new. So, and they communicated with me, and they're awesome. I love that company. And you know, when you have customer service like that and good product, you keep your customers for life, and they become very loyal. So Big Agnes, big thumbs up to you guys, seriously. In other news, I am clumsy, and I actually at work, what has it been, about a week ago? A little bit over a week ago? Mm-hmm. I fell at work. It was uneven pavement and going onto a ramp, but basically had this much of a gap, and I didn't realize it, and I twisted my ankle and fell on top of it. So yeah, I'm in recovery mode for that, although it is better. I can almost walk normally, but it's still not 100%. But I'm just happy I didn't pull a chubby hiker and break it. Right, Amanda? When I fell, I saw my entire hike next year flash before my eyes. But thankfully, it's good and getting better. And by the time hiking season starts down on the valley floor here, it should be at 100%. Somebody's gaming. You're not quite in the frame. You want me to pan over?
No.
Come on.
No.
Oh,
No.
no? Okay, no. That was Tammy. She's playing Fallout 4, I want to say, right? So this is our office. We haven't decorated the walls yet. Actually, we have. I don't know. I picked that up. I just thought it was cool. It points to an escape route. Okay. It's kind of wobbling out right now. All right. In other news, I wanted to thank some donators. Don't know if I mentioned Chris and Sheila. They donated to my GoFundMe account. for the hike next year, a considerable amount. I have to thank them, and they will be getting a on-trail dedication as well as other stuff next year. Sheila, I went to junior high and high school with, and met her husband pretty early on. In fact, I was a maid of honor in their wedding. Yeah, that was crazy. It's been a long time ago now, but thank you, Chris and Sheila. I don't know when or if you watch this stuff, but thank you very much for the donation. It's greatly appreciated. I also have to thank Marty Scott, otherwise known as Safety Mom. She donated as well, and I have to give her a shout out. That will go to good use. It might even go to getting that axle insulated here if I don't get the sponsorship. But thank you very much. I really appreciate it as well. I'll put the link down below. If you want to donate, fantastic, but if you don't, that's all right. Okay, so I think the only thing left I have is that giveaway for the buff. It is for the Nebula buff, and I solicited for entries in the last video. And we are ready to go on that. Got a very squeaky chair, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's get going on that. So, Tammy had this really interesting little glass bowl goblet thing, so I've got I think 7 entries, and I'll drop them in there as I read them out. I don't know if you can see it, but okay. First entry is Brooke Yates. So you're going in there. Then we've got S. Lee. Her name is Sunny. That's a cousin of mine, actually. She's been watching a lot of the videos, and she wants to be entered as well. So there you go. We got Kelly Talent. She's been entering, I think, every giveaway too, so hopefully, some fingers crossed. Good luck to all of you. Safety Mom. Diana Hammond. Yermo. And Jamie Martin. That's a new entry. I hadn't seen any of the entries for that before. So there we go. So it's all 4 of them are in there. Or 4 of them. All 7 of them are in there. So let's see. And it's interesting. I'm watching YouTube right now. I've got Jay Wanders out latest video up. Just started it. He makes long, very, very detailed videos. So it takes a while to get through his, but it's fun to watch. God, these things are like soggy. I think we cleaned this and left like some water in there by accident. Oh my gosh. Right. It's soggy. Hopefully it's still legible. And hey, the very soggy Safety Mom. So Marty Scott, you got it. Just contact me down below. Actually, I think we're friends on Facebook as well. Just PM me where you want this shit to, and you got it. It's all wet. Man. But congratulations to Safety Mom, and if I get other things to give away, I'll do more giveaways. I just don't, I don't get a lot of extras. I did with those buffs because it was like 5 for X amount of money. Yeah. But I do have one more thing, and I want some feedback from you guys. I always read stuff on the PCT, different books, and I found this book, and it's called Journey on the Crest by Cindy Ross, and it was published in 1987, so literally right after I got out of high school. She hiked it in 1982, and it seems like it was a high snow year, like last year, because the what she's describing. I'm only about, maybe a third of the way through it, but I'm curious about this author. It's an older book, and the PCT hadn't even been completed yet, and it's really interesting reading about the first few miles were on dirt roads. It didn't even have a trail created at that point, and so it's slightly different routes than what it is right now. The Softleys weren't around. It didn't go through Green Valley at that point. I'm only to the point where they're in the Sierra, so I don't know what's different on the other end, but I'm curious about the author, if she's still alive. It says she lives along the Appalachian Trail with her husband, and they're like trail angels for the AT. I'm just curious if she's still alive, if she's still around. I'd love to know. I'd actually love to contact her. It's interesting. Her name is Cindy Ross. I don't know if that's her married or her maiden name, but if you guys know, let me know. Send me a message down below. She's got sketches in this and everything. It's an older book. I don't know if you can find it new. I found it used somewhere, probably on Amazon or eBay. But it's an interesting read, just to see the difference in the trail. It's really cool. But anyways, that's all the news I have right now. I've got, you can't really tell, I've got a little guest down here listening to us. That's Henry. That's Henry. He's an old dog. He's like, I'm done with this crazy lady talking to herself. Dachshunds are cute, but everybody, they get old. But all right, so enough of that. I've been babbling too long. I hope you have a great weekend. I am so looking forward to next year. It's like 7 months from now, and now I'm starting to look for food deals. All right, I'll see you next time. As always, if you like what you see, click like, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time.